Right, let's think. Right, let's have a look, shall we? What's the... Oh, someone's been leaving some issues, some bugs. Oh yeah, we know about that one. Include available actions. Yeah, that's in there. Script import. It'd be useful to import various types of documents into the script section, which can then be edited within the system. Yeah, we can think about that. Actually, be really interesting to figure that one out. Okay. So what I'm working on at the moment is project inviting. So accept project and add user project. Accept. So the plan is to invite someone to the project, then that person can invite the project. The add user works currently, and I've designed a way this should work. So if I have a look here, okay, fine. Wiki project access requests. Okay. So the invite system works, that's fine. Send you an email, cool. So I'm working on this part at the moment. So you get updates, owner settings, access permissions. Okay, that's fine. So update that new access data. I don't know if it needs to be like that, to be totally honest. So if I go to Firebase, oh, wrong one. I clicked all buttons. There we go. So really what I need to look at is develop branch. Let's look at my database. So users have a project access list, and in that project access list it's just their project ID, okay. So I can contain it for a second. So you need access data dot data access. Fine. and then you need the project ID, which is data.b, and then you need pending false. Cool, so let's just grab those. So this will be this. Fine. So what are we looking at there? Okay, fine. So we get the user permission from the project access. settings.get. We get the first one because there's only ever one of those. Then we get the data for that particular element where the user ID matches. And then we get the user access permissions for that user. Fine. If there is no access data, don't worry. And then what we do after that? After that, what we really need to do is update the user's permissions, fine, and then update the status of the request on the project. Okay, so this is fine. So this is the part where we take this data up here and reevaluate it. So oh god, this is complicated. So this is the access collection. Which is based on the first. This is the asset collection index. Dot user access permissions, find index, fine. Yeah, that's fine. So that obviously should. So that's got the index. Cool. And because we have the index, we could update that. So what we need to do is take this access index data, so we need projects access ref dot docs 0 dot update maybe dot ref dot ref, fine. Oh god, that. So access collection project access ref. Ref dot update. Then I need to make sure that I am updating all of that, which I believe is all this data here. So let's grab this. and then I want to do that. Oh crap. I want to update all of that. It's not no longer pending. That's all fine. Then there's one other thing I have to do as well, isn't there? Updates permission to a new project. Updates user ID and friendly. Yes, it does. Use permission project list. Update status of the requests on the project. And then we need to lastly update the project with the user-friendly. What kind of type's too cold? Friendly data. Don't know if this actual ref will work, so let's just make sure we log out this ref so I can see what it does. If it actually does do something. And then we need to access the project. Which is this. So get the projects. Get. Because then that give me the project's data, which will end up like this, and then I need to have a look at .users. So I want to add to that, don't I? Yeah, fine. And then I need to do, this should just be var project data equals await db.get, and then project data.data data equals project.data. Welcome to everyone in chat. Feel free to say hello. Got any questions, just ask. And then I want to have a look at project data. I do this a quicker way, don't I? How do I do it my quicker way? I always forget. Oh yeah, that's right. What I need to do is I just need to do this. What component are you currently coding? So what I'm doing currently, hey, I am for mine. So what I'm currently doing is this project access request system. So in our project, in our software, you can create projects, and because this is a collaboration tool, you need to be able to invite people. So if you click on settings, there's this part here which shows you who currently has access to your project, and there's an invite system here on obviously how to invite someone. Now this part currently works. I can send myself an email, I can set my system level access level, which currently doesn't actually mean anything yet, and I'll get an email. But the bit I'm working on right now is when you click on the email, you accept the invite, but by doing that it needs to update certain areas of the code. So for example, when I invite a user, the only thing I'm doing is, in a project I have this collection called owner settings, and the only thing that's currently in owner settings is a user access permission, and it just gives you a array of data of the people you've invited, their friendly name, their user ID, and whether they've actually accepted. I'll answer that in a sec, Phil. So this is actually an example of how I'm doing it, Phil. So essentially the owner settings part of this would only be acceptable by owners, so that's one thing. And yeah, so there's this, and it says pending false or true. So if you see, it's not here at the moment, but there's supposed to be a status there. Now that's the only thing that happens when you get when you add someone. It just updates the user access permission. But when you actually accept the invite, there's a few things that need to happen. First thing is, in your, and this is where it comes into play, Phil, is obviously the way that I'm building up the database reads is that it's per view. So the first view you get is a dashboard of all your available projects, and instead of like looping through all of those projects, what I have is the user access. So in the users access, they have a project access list, and this will give all of their projects that they have access to. So whether it's you know, like the ID and everything like that, and that will govern this view. Then if you were to click into this project, you're then going to get only the project data. So in projects here is the project, and here is all of its data. Now the way that I'm cutting down on repetitive calls to the system in one instance is that you can see actually in team chat it's where it's useful. So hello world. One thing that I wanted to be conscious of was the fact that I didn't want to be calling the database all the time to try and work out users' IDs and names and stuff. So what I do on the back end is anytime a user changes their friendly name or a new user is added to the project or anything like that, the database is going to be updated with the project, is going to be updated with a list of users, and all that contains is a friendly name and a user ID, and that is used across loads of different places in here. So I've only had to call the database once to get all that information, and so you can see here like friendly name Aaron has appeared, and that's how also in settings you get these friendly names here. But instead of having to call the database to read every single ID for like 20 users, which is 20 reads, I'm only reading the database once because it's already in the project. And because that project data stays consistent while you're visiting the site, you don't read again. The only time you're reading again is when you go to like tasks and you'll get the task board, or you go to scripts and you'll get the individual list of scripts. And I'm slowly trying to work out ways of easier doing that. Like I think I want to put the list of the scripts in the project, because I have that at the moment where I don't do that at the moment, where there's no like list of scripts and boards and stuff, and I want to do that within the project, so you've got that initial viewable list of data. Because at the moment what happens is for scripts, for example, it goes to the database, it searches for all the scripts that you own access to, and I want to remove that and put that upper level into the project. So that's one thing. Dave, silly question, but does that mean if you have a long-term collab you have to reshare new projects? Does that mean if you have a long-term collab you have to... so at the moment every single project has its own invite system, but one thing I want to do a bit further on down the line once this is implemented is the idea of like teams, so that you can create a team and give projects access to that team, and then you don't have to re-invite everyone all the time because they just have access to that team. But I need to get this working first in order to move on to that part. So hopefully soon I'll have that. Yeah, so Phil, that's how I'm doing it. I do it dirtily first, and then I try, and once all the functionality is working, I figure out how to bring it up a level as best I can. But I did notice that I almost brought, I was saying to you I was doing 1,000 a day in testing. Well, that's gone down to like a couple of hundred now, so that's still better. But the more that I tweak on this, hopefully the better it'll get. But still, big learning curve. And this is why the bit that I'm doing right now takes time, because these functions have to go, they have to be aware of everywhere this data can be updated. So like this is why when you come into here and you're approving that you want to join that project, it's got to update it in this location and this location and this location. It's the same as when I do the update function for your username and profile friendly name, that function is going to have to know all of the places in the database that store your friendly name, and it's going to have to go and update them all. Yeah, so I've got to figure that out. I've got to figure out a good way of doing that, but at the moment I'm just doing this part here, which is the last bit that I need to get done for this to be usable as an actual collaborative tool, because the rest of all this works and it's just a matter of fine-tuning. So where was I? So access collection.ref.update. So access collection is the docs. Yep, cool. Access collection.update. That's fine. So this, I want to do project data dot project. Do you know what? I just want to do ID. Yes, that's what I want to do. So I don't want to do a dot get. I want to do a dot update, and then I want to do what is the file? It's users dot admin dot firestore dot field value dot array union do I wrap them? I do, don't I? And then I'm adding a new user friendly name user, which is friendly name and user ID. Name and then user ID. Got you. Happy coding. Thanks, Dave, for stopping by. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. But yeah, if you're still there, Phil, I'd love to pick your brain when you start firing into this a bit more as well. Maybe we can have a chat one evening. Don't need to do that now. Actually, this would be the return because it's the last one. So let's check I've got this right. So you get the permission from the project access list from projects owner settings document. Gets the access collection. Then it updates that user permission in their own project access list. So get a user, get their project list, and set that using project ID as the doc ID. Then don't want to do that. I suppose I could just for a debugging. Oh fuck, there we go. And then update the status of the request on the project. So the user has updated, the project has updated to say it's not no longer pending, and the project's user friendly data has been updated. Okay, fine. We can try that then, I guess. This is the part where it all fucks up. While that's doing that, I actually want to clean up a bit. I want a fresh start on all of this. I should delete all this. Okay, so now that should be empty. Dashboard. Come on, refresh. Yep, empty. Cool. So let's try this. So if I create a new project, test access. This is a test. Twitch logo, because it's Twitch test. Okay, view the project. Settings. No one's been invited, but I do want to invite this guy because he's nice. I'm going to only give him read access. Send that. Cold, start that server. Success, invite was sent. Let's just check it actually was. What do you reckon? Not sent? Boom. There we go. Project team members invited you to collaborate on the project test access. Now I can't actually follow that link because it takes you to beta, but what I can do is now go to incognito. Let's check the database first and see if what has that actually done to the database. Let's have a look. So on here I should see that there's Fair Spot books now with only read access. That's good. In users I have access to that. Good. If I go to projects, owner settings, there should be 2 records. Yep. Cool. Yep, cool. Now, and there should currently only be 1 user friendly there. Good. Okay. So now let's go back to incognito, go to localhost, log in. Got to fix that bug. Got no projects at the moment. But now if I go to copy that link, which is an accept invite, what do you reckon it's going to break? I reckon it's going to break. Accept the invite. We're currently checking your request. Oh, I knew there'd be an error. What is the error? It's always references that usually I fuck up on. Let's just have a look. Ah! Force is not defined. Where the fuck did I do that? 63. Ugh, fine. Look at that. What a tit. Do you know what's really annoying about that is it means that that was successful. Right. Let's upload that. We don't fucking spell, eh, guys? So how's everyone doing at the moment? How's lockdown? Okay, so that's deployed. So if we try do this again, it's probably because it couldn't find it. Yeah, it's because it was still loading the server. Let's try this again. No way. I wonder if it'll show on my dashboard. Yeah! Boom! Invite worked. So what did... So, in the owner settings, does that say true, pending, false, pending, false? What's going on there? Fuck that up. What did I do there? Oh, I didn't add it back to the user access permissions, did I? So close. So close. Oh, a little bug though, but oh, it works. Does that mean technically I should be able to... Why is that not working? Does that mean that technically I should be able to do this? Keep chat. Hiding, mate. You working hard? Yes, I am. Thank you. Okay, so that's working. Cool. But my update's wrong. Did it update the friendly users? Oh, it must have done because the name's there, right? Friendly users of that project. Yeah, so that worked. That worked fine. So it's the owner settings bit that fucked up. Because instead of adding it to the user access permissions, it's added it to the top level. Balls. That's fine though. So let's have a look at that. What is this document reference? So really I need to do the same thing as what I've done there, really, haven't I? I've got to do the same thing. So when I do this, I need to do the same thing. I need to do document ref.update, and then I need to do user access permissions admin.firestore.field field value.array union, and then if I take all of that, put that in there. Do we think that will work? So we'll deploy that, and then while that's deploying, let's quickly delete this again. Just delete all this again. Chatboards. Projects. Delete users. So now if I go back to my dashboard, no projects. Go back to my dashboard, no project. Good. I'll fix all these errors at some point as well. Okay. The other thing as well is that when you accept, it doesn't actually link you, so accept. We'll fix that afterwards. This.store.dispatch projects fetch action B. Link. Dot link. Fother. And color red. Blue. Just do that for now. Right, so let's try this again. So if we do create new project, Aaron's test, invite test. This is an invite test, and then Twitch, create that. So settings, invite Aaron, well, books, okay, invite happened, success, boom. Right, now now get the URL for that. Let's go to the other user and accept the invite. And then that doesn't work, but we'll work on that later. So now if I go back to the dashboard, okay, that's good. View that project, that's cool, but did that clean up the database correctly? Let's have a look. So we go to the projects, go to owner settings, access permission. Ah, right, it didn't update it, did it? It bloody, yeah. Oh fuck, I've double duplicated it. Oh, that's annoying. Let me think about this for a second. So we got first order field value What else do they offer in their little SDK? So they've got array union, they've got delete, increment, server timestamp, array remove. Firestore, update element in array. What does field value sends the set will use up to use with update or set with merge true to mark a field for deletion. It tells us how to union given that to an array value already exists as each specified element doesn't already exist and will be added to the end. If the field being modified is not already an array, it will be overwritten with an array. Can you specify the exact one you want to do? So maybe I just need to get that. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's do that. So, find index, access collection, dot user access permissions. That's what I want. New user access permissions equal access data. And then I want to do new user access permissions. I need the index. Index equals. Then I need to do that. And then I just need to do update users. That one thing. Wrong one. This needs to go up here. And then this needs to go here. This needs to be this. Cool. Let's see if that deploys. Let's do this one more time. Chat boards. Delete projects. Delete users. Cool. So if I go to project dashboard there, project dashboard there. Cool. No projects. Just wait for this to deploy and give it another test. Come on, deploy, deploy, deploy. Okay, cool. So let's give this another go. Hopefully I haven't broke it. Create new project, test, Twitch, test this. View project, settings, invite this person. Read access. Yeah. So that's invited. So let's just check that invite works. Get the link. Copy link. Go in here. Accept that invite. Check and request. Okay, that's successful. Is it showing the right one? Yeah. Cool. And then now if I go here, refresh this. Okay, so the project now should have 2 user friendlies, should have only 2 user accesses with both being true. Lovely. Oh, it looks pending false, perfect, perfect. Now if I go to, that's perfect, it worked, guys. Feature complete. Oh. Now I just need to find out why that page is not working. Oh, that's beautiful project. How do we know if you're an owner though? Ah, because we've added access data. So let's, do you know what, while we're doing that, why don't we have a look at seeing if we can actually do this. So on the navigation, what I want to do is settings, this settings menu here should only be visible if project dot yeah, that's a good point. Need to make a util really. We'll do a util after. Let's just because if you're right access. Yeah, let's just commit this work for a second. So that's the invite part fixed, but now what I want to do is do it so you can't actually start using those rules. So what should be the first thing? We need to define a So tasks, you should be able to write, review, but you can't edit them. Fine. We'll have to go through each one of these and set the read-write rules. That's annoying. Okay, let me see how I've done this. So the project, the data for the actual project lives, more tools, developer tools. Clear that for a minute. Vue.js. So we look at the container main project dashboard. That's what I want. So you get a list of projects, and that project just has that detail on it. But on the app level, there is a user with data. Does the user ever see? I'll go back here and then get user projects. What happens here? Now create an index, filter out the data, and then I find that, and then I return the return project list. So at the moment there's nothing actually gets sent down with the project. See their levels of access. Okay, I need to have a think about that. Let's pick something else that I can do in the meantime. Why is that now not showing? Submenu title should be project title. Did I spell something wrong that's meant it's overridden it? Yeah, it just now says title, not project title. Index, project, it just says title. Am I overriding that with something? Great. So create a new project. Creates the title. project title in the indexing. Should always be project title. So I'm overriding that somewhere. What does that happen during the acceptance? Maybe when it's I add user to project, my updating title in here somewhere. Do you know what? I should just call this new project and just call this title. And then in the nav bar just call this title. Okay, fine. What are these errors that are going on? Where is this? Checkboard in table and main in project settings. Project settings. What's it moaning about? Disabled expected boolean but string true. Where is disabled on here? Oh right, okay. So this should just be just do disabled. Does that actually work? It's like a implied true. That does work. Nice. And then navbar is doing some console logs, so let's get rid of those. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Stick on that. Oh yeah, Firebase. Boy. Cool. So let's see if that's updated dev. Nice. So new logo, guys, if you go on to dev. So this should now be ready for retest ready. Script editor should show how text could look in a speech bubble. Yeah. Reorder ward categories. That's an interesting one. Let's have a look at this. So if you were to look at project tasks, there's these categories. Okay. Okay, so first thing, to get this to work, I kind of got to do a remove and an add again. So the easiest thing to do is to, let's go to the page board and see if we can do this. First we need a function. God, I really need to clean this up. I need a function that is like move or move category, right? And then I need to take in category ID and movement, and then simple switch that takes the movement. If movement is up, otherwise case down, break. And then pretty simply what I have to do is remind myself in the schema how this actually looks. So if I go to view, go here, main page board, I want to have a look at categories. Okay, so category has fine. So it's simply, it would be so I need to remove the object from the array and then add the object back into the array. Now this is simple. I hope it should be quite simple. You just do a couple of slices. So it should be this dot current board dot categories. Yeah, cool. And then pretty simply just do variable category equals this dot categories dot splice, and I could do I shall do, oh sorry, what am I doing? Cat ID, and then it should be cat locale really, array index, very simple, and then it should just be 1 0. That returns that category, and then all I need to do then is do this dot current board dot categories dot splice again, but this time I'm doing array index +1. Is that right? Because I'm going up. No, -1. And then I should do 0, and then I want to do I want to do category. I think that's correct. And then what I need to do for down is repeat that, but then do a +1. Let's change this to a let. Okay. So that's that. Oh, what's it moaning about? Oh, right, I can't use the same thing, can I? Balls. Let category equals null. Do that. Should need to do that. Fine. And then that still works. So if I was to do test ticket, this is a test ticket. Just confirm that. Let's add test ticket 2. Test ticket 2. Save that. Save that board. board settings. So need to go back onto board settings, which is like here somewhere, isn't it? This is the tickets. So where's the board settings? Here we go, board settings. Delete category, manageable categories, category name. Let's just do a couple more of these eyes for a minute. Just grab one of these. So if I do icon up, I think that's the thing. Did that do anything? I don't want to float it. So, oh, I don't know why that's out there, but it shouldn't be. It should be here. Maybe icon isn't up, is not a thing. So let's do element.lmo. Need an icon for up. Icon top. I want this arrow up. Arrow up. Cool. And then that deleted it because of the delete button. But I didn't save that, so let's just go back. Cool, didn't save it. And then I want it down. And then this needs to now be the function move category. Move category index, and then I need to do up and then down. Up. That needs to come be down. Then why did that not work? Oh, because that is not spelled correctly. Nice. So if I save that, did that work? Boom. There we go. And then now you have the ability to move stuff up and down. Do we want to be able to sort these by ID? By alphabet? Could do. So let's now try a sort function, right? So we created a simple array movement. See, that was very simple. Move the category. we can just delete these comments now that I've shown you what I meant. Now what I can also do is do a sort, right? So sort categories by name, yeah, and then what I can do is this just needs 2 inputs, right? So object A and object B, okay, but in this I'm just going to quote category A, category B, and then got to do a rough, this is quite dirty, so if A dot, what do we have, title, right? Is that what these are? So the categories have name, right? Okay, so A dot name, if A dot name is smaller than B, cat B dot name, cat A dot name, and return -1. If cat A dot name is greater than cat B dot name, then return 1, otherwise return 0. And then all I need to do is handle sort categories A to Z. I'm just going to put by name, and then this will just be handle sort by name, and then all I have to do is a very simple thing of this dot current board dot categories dot sort, and then I just need to do handle sort by name. Cool, and then just take that, and then now if I go up here, and then let's just see how this looks. So let's just get rid of that. I need to make this bigger. What is it at the moment? It's a 6. Let's make this a 10. Should make it a bit bigger. Yeah, cool. And then what I want to do is head in here. I should probably do another. Let's just do this for now and do a L button. And then just do A to Z, sort, and then just do click. Right, that moaned about something. Simple mistake, Aaron. You did not do this dot. Boom. Sort by over Z. Simple. And then if I wanted to revert that, I could just do and then yeah, but I like that. That was quite cool. So that's that feature done. So we can go to our list. reorderable categories, allow you to rearrange drag and drop reordering. I haven't done drag and drop. I will not do drag and drop for now. Future nice to have feature. So what I shall do is label this as enhancement, and then this shall be ready for retest. And this is 32, so let's just keep changes. Fine, whatever. GitHub number 32 implemented sort and movement of categories. So stage all these and commit that. I think it's about time we push this as well. And then what I shall do is come in here, do a build. Cool, and then now that's done, let's just deploy that. And then that should be the only thing I need to fix is the looping round it does. So where did it doesn't drop below that? Actually, we could probably fix that, right? Yeah, let's fix that. So, if index is not equal to 0. And then if index is equal to, it's not equal to current board dot categories dot length. -1. Boom. Oh, I love that. Right, so that fixes that. Was there one in a circle? Because I quite like circles. And then after that, I think I'm going to call this one an end of the day. It was pretty good. 7 o'clock. Got a couple of new features in. So what did we achieve today? We managed to achieve you being able to actually invite someone to a project, and then we done a very quick couple of function sortings for categories, which I'm happy with. And also you can still edit categories now as well. Do an A to Z sort, move things around, it saves it, all the tickets stay in them. Alright, that's deploying. God, I really should start retesting these, otherwise it's all gonna not work. Let's leave this message. So let's just test something out on dev. So if we do dev.collab, is that deployed yet? Nice. Okay. So now on here, is that working? Tasks, forward send. Nice. Let's go to team chat. Let's invite this person. You must be a project owner to add people. I am a project owner. Oh no, I'm logged in as First Part Books. Right, okay. Then go to team chat. Hey, this is a test. Can you read me, Dan? And then hopefully Dan will sign in at some point, leave a message, and I can see if it worked. But that's it. So it's been a good hour and a half. So thank you for everyone that's joined. If you're still in the chat, thank you. And I hope to see you all next time. Make sure you follow the channel or subscribe to us on YouTube at Fair Spark Books to get live recordings of these, as well as other videos that go on about the charity and the business. So see you soon. Bye.